I'd like to introduce Diane from the US, who takes LDN for multiple sclerosis. Welcome, Diane.
Thank you.
How old were you when you first started to notice MS symptoms?
I was 34.
And what symptoms were you experiencing?
Well, the first thing was I had trouble with my vision, and it got progressively worse. So I went to the doctor, and I was diagnosed with optic neuritis. First in one eye, and then that eye cleared up, and then it came about in the other eye. So after many tests, I was diagnosed with MS.
And what year was that in?
That was December of 1996.
Okay. So were you offered any medication back then?
No, I wasn't. My neurologist said that basically that there was really nothing out there that I could take. And plus, I was not having any more symptoms after my optic neuritis cleared up. I was normal, just like I was before. So, no, he didn't offer any medication.
Okay. So how was your MS at the time you found LDN? Had you got more symptoms by then?
Yes. Actually, I didn't have hardly any symptoms at all for 10 years. I was basically just like I was before. Then slowly, well, we had a lake home, and what first came about is heat intolerance. I couldn't be out in the sun, and then in the summertime it's really hot where I live, and this part of the country, and that was the main thing, was the heat intolerance. I just couldn't handle the heat, and then fatigue. And I had started having balance problems as far as walking, my balance. Not all the time with my balance, but when I got tired, when the fatigue set in, my balance was really bad. And so that was bad, walking around looking like you're had too many cocktails.
Yeah, I know the feeling. So, yeah. Okay, so what led you to research and discover LDN?
I heard about it just on the internet, just doing some research, and came across it, and it sounded great. And I talked to my neurologist about it, and she said, okay. She said, she didn't really know a whole lot about it, but she'd had some patients who had asked about it, and she wrote a prescription, and she didn't really have a whole lot to say about it. She was just okay with giving me the prescription, saying, hey, hope it works for you. Before I had started LDN, I was on Avonex for a year and Copaxone for a year or so, and I just quit that because I have a shot phobia anyway, and I didn't feel like it was doing anything for me. So when I heard about the LDN and she gave me a prescription, I was really excited. So,
when did you start?
I started LDN 2 years ago, in 2010, June. So it's been it's been 2 years.
And did you notice any introductory side effects when you started?
I did. I had trouble sleeping, and I still do have trouble sleeping. And I think it's maybe one of those people who that side effect's just lingering on with me. But hey, I can handle it. That's fine.
Did you find any improvements?
Yes. It's between night and day. As far as the heat intolerance, that's improved. I still have it, but my fatigue and my balance is so much better. It's so much better. The only time I really have balance problems is if I get tired, if I do too much, and sometimes my balance will be off, but nothing like it was before, so I could handle that. But no, LDN has been wonderful. And one reason, I'm sorry.
Carry on.
I had my LDN. I picked it up from the pharmacy, and I took it. This was several months ago, and I took it for like 10 days, and I realized, hey, these symptoms, everything's coming back. What's going on? And I didn't put it together for about 10 days or so. My fatigue and my balance, it was just awful. And I finally thought, well, this LDN is not working. So I called the pharmacy, and I said, and I told them about it, and they re-prescribed it, gave me a new prescription, and I started taking it, and hey, it went away. So something was wrong with that back. So that told me right then, this is really working.
Oh, that was a good test, wasn't it?
Yeah. So that was scary when everything started coming back, and I was taking LDN. So.
Can imagine.
But I guess that happens sometimes. I don't know.
What I was going to ask, if you had to rate your quality of life on a score of 1 to 10 before you started LDN, and 10 being the best, what would it have been?
Before I started LDN, I would say it was 6.
And what would you say it is now?
9.
Well, that is a remarkable difference, isn't it?
It is. Mm-hmm.
What would you say to other people who are thinking of trying LDN?
I'd tell them to just go for it, and there's no side effects. It's people take it for so many different things. There's no reason, in my opinion, not to. Even my husband said he's having some problems with dealing with his mother, who's very, she's advanced in age, and it's very stressful for him. And he said, maybe I'll ask my doctor, maybe if I can take this just to stay healthy, because stress really does a lot of things to you. And I've heard that people take it who are healthy and don't have any physical, any issues.
Yes.
But they take it just as a preventive. So I told him maybe he should ask him about it, and what would it hurt.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else you'd like to add, Diane?
No, I don't think that's about it. I just think it's a great thing. My life is way improved taking this, and I hope it's available forever. Because I want to take it forever, as long as I can.
Well, thank you very much for sharing your story with us, Diane.
Okay, thank you.